Hi, I'm Mary Louise. Today, I'll be walking you through how to use a heat press, going step by step from setup to pressing your design. Using a heat press over a standard household iron gives you better and longer lasting results for your iron-on and sublimation process. That's because a heat press is designed to do three very important things consistently: apply even heat, firm pressure, and accurate timing, all at the same time. Household irons weren't made for crafting, so they have hot and cool spots, steam holes that break heat contact, and fabric settings like cotton or linen instead of exact temperatures. That guesswork is why iron-on can peel and sublimation can look faded or patchy. A heat press, like the Cricut EasyPress 3 I'm using today, gives you edge-to-edge heat, precise temperature control, and it has a built-in timer, so your design gets exactly what it needs without any surprises. This level of control is especially important for sublimation, where the ink has to reach a specific temperature and stay there long enough to permanently bond with your base. If you're using sublimation, like Cricut's Infusible Ink, an iron often causes faded, patchy, or ghosted results. Projects made with a heat press are going to last longer through washes, peel less over time, look cleaner and more professional, and produce repeatable and predictable results for making multiples. So now that you know why a heat press matters, let's get started with the project. First, let's break down the EasyPress 3 controls. Depending on the press you're using, they can vary slightly, but this will give you the basics. The power button. This turns the press on and off. The temperature button. Press it, then use the plus and minus buttons to adjust your temperature. Hold the button to switch between Fahrenheit and Celsius. The time button. Press and adjust with the plus and minus to set how long the press will stay on your material. Display and lights. The screen shows your settings, and an orange light means heating up, and a green light means ready. Go and start timer. Once temperature and time are set, start your countdown. You'll see it here or on your app screen, depending on whether you're controlling the machine directly or through the Cricut Heat app. Before we press anything, let's make sure to prep our base. This ensures our design will stick well and look great. Don't worry, the online accessible heat guide has all of this info, including the correct settings based on your material combination. For sublimation, like our Infusible Ink material, it's better if you don't pre-wash, since it can add lint that may affect your results. However, for our standard iron-on material, you'll want to pre-wash your base without any fabric softener to pre-shrink and remove any chemicals that might prevent adhesion. For any base material, we're going to want to use a lint roller to get all of the lint off, especially across your transfer area. I've got my tote bag on a Cricut pressing mat and my heat press is preheated to 360 degrees. We want to preheat our base to remove wrinkles, residual chemicals, and any moisture. I'm also going to put a piece of light colored cardstock inside to prevent any bleed through. Once your base is prepped, we're ready to apply our design. Today, I'm demonstrating using Infusible Ink for sublimation. Instead of sitting on top of the material like iron-on, this permanently bonds with the base material, so there's no vinyl layering, no cracking, no peeling, but you do need more specific heat, pressure, and timing. I recently did a video with all my tips and tricks for using iron-on, so I'll link that video below. First, we'll position our design on our base. We'll put it liner set up, just like for iron-on. Now, we'll cover this with butcher paper again to protect our press. And we're ready to press. This is where the Cricut Heat Guide is essential. Remember, we're using exact temp, time, and pressure. So let's pull it up. The Heat Guide gives you step-by-step instructions based on the press you're using. I'm selecting the EasyPress 3. Your design material. Here, I'll select Infusible Ink. And your base material. I'm using a tote bag. My biggest tip overall is to just always follow the heat guide exactly. This is what's going to give you the best results. One of the biggest heat press mistakes is not using enough pressure. I'm applying firm, even pressure with both hands. Think firm handshake, not resting your hand. You want steady pressure the entire time. No rocking, sliding, or lifting early. If you're following the heat guide, but the design isn't sticking, it might be pressure, not temperature, that's the issue. Now we'll carefully remove the transfer sheet once it's cool. Again, we're following the heat guide. Some materials need a warm peel, so make sure you're checking. I like to use tweezers to lift the corner of the Infusible ink designs to avoid paper separating from the liner and sticking to the project surface. Removing the still warm design by hand can also cause a second unwanted transfer, called ghosting, or leave finger-shaped impressions on your project. And we're done. Doesn't this look great? Make sure you follow the care instructions listed in the heat guide or app to keep your design looking great through washes and wear. Heat pressing isn't just for t-shirts, but different surfaces need different prep. For wood, you want to use smooth, unfinished wood. Preheat to remove moisture, and apply firm pressure and follow heat guide settings. For canvas, you want to remove the canvas from the frame if possible, placing a pressing mat inside the canvas and preheating the surface. For hats, you want to use a firm pressing surface inside the hat, working in sections if needed, and keeping pressure even and controlled. When in doubt, check out the heat guide. It gives step-by-step instructions for many non-standard materials. And that's it! From controls to prep and pressing your design, that's the basics of using a heat press with a Cricut EasyPress. I hope you found this video helpful. We've got a bunch of helpful links down below. And let me know in the comments, what heat press projects are you most excited to make? Happy crafting!